I 1,000% plan to keep doing live streams while I was away and keep making content while I was away. 1,000%, that was my intention. And then I did my road trip. So I went to British Columbia, which is where I grew up when I was a little kid. And I was bringing my 2 girls to British Columbia. So like kind of my old stomping grounds, which is really cool. We've got like a big ocean there, and it was the right time of year for fresh fruit picking and just a bunch of things I did when I was a kid, but my kids had never been to the ocean. So I went on my vacation and took my girls to my old stomping ground. And it wasn't that I intended to not make content. I really was just obsessed with hanging out with them. Like my eyes were just addicted to watching them play at the beach and, you know, just talking to them in the car. We weren't at home and they couldn't like watch TV all day long or, you know, get sucked up with their friends. Like I had all of their attention and I was just obsessed with it. Like I just wanted to soak every single second of hanging out with my girls up as much as I could. It obsessed me. And so I didn't mean to take a break from YouTube at all. I couldn't not focus on my kids. It was crazy. It was obsessive. Let's see how you guys are doing. So deserved. I do need a vacation. I was planning to take a 1-week break for sure. I actually wasn't planning to take a break at all. I really was like, I'm going to keep working hard on my channel because I had started to get traction. So I was really like, I'm going to keep working on my channel because I got traction. And then I was just obsessed with my kids, like so obsessed. I have pictures for you. A new video should come out tomorrow. So there's some pictures in that video. Hi Stephanie. How are you? I'll have to miss this one. Hey, no worries. And Plan Prep Pray is here. Hey girl, how are you? Congratulations on the massive success you are having on your channel. P.S. I am so crazy happy for you. Man, could you have not landed with the homeschool vibe at a better time? Like, yay, I'm so excited. Hello, Jeannie. Everybody's here. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So with the kids to, you know, teach them how to build pencils and stuff like that. Totally intending to keep going hard on YouTube, but becoming just so obsessed with wanting to suck up and enjoy their energy that I was like, okay, I can't do YouTube. I just have to focus on my kids. I came back from my trip and I was overwhelmed with a sense of pressure. I had all this pressure, like I took this break and now I don't know what to make a video on. And, you know, the algorithm's going to hate me because I lost my consistency and people are going to show up on my next live stream because will have forgotten about me or the algorithm won't show me on their homepage. And like, yeah, I'm probably talking redundantly here because I know that you guys have had those questions because in our group, I've seen people say, I want to take a vacation. Actually, Stephanie, I think you said, I want to take a vacation, but should I keep making content? So I know that people have had these questions and, you know, we have this big fear going on in our heads, kind of about our channel and maybe losing traction and losing out on viewers and losing out on subscribers. So I was living in this really lack mindset, like this scarcity mindset for probably the second week that I came back, thinking people wouldn't be still here wanting to see me. And look, there's 6 people here, which is amazing. And I love each and every one of you guys. So I was completely obsessed with this. And that's when I had this little epiphany. So because my life isn't all about growing a YouTube channel, obviously, it's just a huge thing that, you know, I'm working on and I'm excited for. But I'm excited for it because I really think that, you know, as all of us are sharing our trials and tribulations and things that make us happy, we're like lifting up the elevation of our whole world. And, you know, we have so many wonderful people to like again, plan, prep, pray, and all the success she's having sharing her homeschooling right now when moms like me are like, what the heck? How do I homeschool my kids? Like, we need her message out here in the world. So this is what got me thinking, and this is the message of, and look, you guys, I journaled this all out for you. This is the message of this YouTube video and really also why I turned off my sub count for the time being. So here's what I realized is that I was valuing a result more than being happy. So I'm going to leave that thought right here because I want to check in with the comments and see how you guys are doing because I missed you like crazy. I was valuing a result. So I was valuing the result of having lots of people on my live streams, having traction, getting subscribers. For me, that's really the result. I was valuing this result of getting subscribers more than I was valuing my own happiness. So I want to check in with you guys and just leave that thought for like a half a second. So Stephanie has to go and we'll miss you. I didn't see your video from yesterday, but I will watch it as soon as I'm done this. Tristan says, honestly, the algorithm does suck, which is so true. I know, Abandoned Explorer says have content saved for when you're away, which I really should do. Jeannie is here, 6 people and 12 likes. I know. Well, 11. Oh, I think, yeah, well, if I like it, it doesn't show. Hey, there's a little side note to you guys. Hopefully you like all your videos that you guys post. Yeah, so, okay, so that's when I had this epiphany that I was valuing a number more than I was valuing happiness. And I think that that's why I had to go through the experience of being with my kids, really being sucked into the happiness of hanging out with them. They're going to go back to school here straight away. So my hours that I have with them are fleeting. And I was valuing more, gaining subscribers kind of in a way, like this like numerical result more than I was valuing my own happiness. So I had to have that experience because it really brought it home for me. And I was like, that's why I had to do that. Like, that's why I had to do a week without YouTube and then a week being afraid of what was going to happen when I came back to YouTube, was to have this experience so that I could talk about it with everybody, because we do this in our lives. Hit me up in the comments if you want, you don't have to, but we all know as society, we value things like how much our houses cost. We value, if you're female and male, probably maybe more female, the number of what we weigh, right? How much money we have in our bank account, how much money we earn, a lot of things like how much we have to spend, how much money our vacations are. So we have this result. Like, if this result is going to make me happy, when we're putting all the value in the result, right? Does that kind of occurred to me as I was putting all the value into the result, and what we need to do is value what makes us happy, which is so crazy because it just seems like it's talked about a lot, but we're not really doing it. Like, we're not, you'll even run into a friend who, maybe sold their business so they could spend more time at home with their kids. And it's like, oh, that's too bad about your business. It's too bad you had to sell your business, when the value is like, well, did that make you happy? Now, vice versa, the value could be, it makes me happy to start a business. So, I'm going to not be a stay-at-home mom anymore, or whatever your thing is. But the value really system and the value trigger needs to be more on that vibration of happiness and not a number. So let me check in with you guys, because that was the epiphany that I had in the last 2 weeks that I'm crazy excited to share with you guys. By the way, I saw your Roblox dancing video. It was so short. It was so good. And you got lots of comments on it. Abandoned Explorer says, if you love what you're doing, success will follow. Absolutely. Which is not to say, because I had talked, my last video was like, making content makes me happy. Making content makes me crazy, super happy. And that's why I love YouTube. So for me, and that's why I had to turn off the sub count, because I found I personally was really constantly thinking like, how can I get more subscribers? How can I get more subscribers? How can I get more subscribers? Instead of, and kind of like, going and leaving comments on other people's videos or promoting through, Facebook groups, and all of those things are still really good. And we still need to keep doing them, and like promoting our business and promoting ourselves is good. But the happiness can't be tied to a number. Because that's where we start to kind of, get depressed or get unhappy with, the experience of creating on YouTube, is when we feel like we've got this like massive subscriber to, you know, achieve something. And who was I watching? Oh, I was watching Aaron Daughtry, and I don't know if you guys watch him on YouTube ever. He's pretty metaphysical, like some like meditations and stuff like that. And he was talking about, now he's at 1 million subscribers, which is amazing. But he was talking about how, you know, he was like, he started out on YouTube and he films every day. That was his thing, is that he was going to film every day until he could quit his full-time job and just be a YouTuber, which is like, it's amazing. Like, I would love to film every day, because I would love to film every day because it's super fun. But that's just not conducive with being a mom and owning a business. So that was his thing. And then he started getting in his head. And he even says he was the guy, he was known when he started his YouTube channel, he was known as the guy who would just comment on everybody's video. He was like the commenting guy, because that was his tool of getting exposure, which is a great and wonderful way of getting exposure. And we definitely get to promote ourselves. But he got to 1,000, and then he got to 10,000, and then he got to 100,000. And he started to notice that in his mind, he was chasing the number, and that was making him unhappy. And I guess that's sort of, in a very much smaller sense, where I was starting to see myself go, was that I was not really, like, I was tying the value of my channel. This is exactly it. I was tying the value of my channel to the number of subscribers on my channel, which is not the case for any of us. Like, if you are watching this right now, you're here and you're in the comments, and I love you for showing up, even though I disappeared for 2 weeks. The value of your content isn't the same as your subscriber count. It's just not. And the people who want to see your channel now, they're going to show up eventually. The video I'm making tomorrow, I, you know, got some statistics, because that's what I do. It should go live tomorrow. But what I thought was crazy was there's like, and I can't even do the math for this because it's too gigantic for my brain. So if one of you is good with a calculator, feel free to hit me up in the comments. But there is 20 billion hours, 20 billion viewers. I think it's 20 billion viewers. Check the video tomorrow. Maybe I'll put it in the comments later. Viewers of YouTube videos a month. 20 billion. There is 30 million creators. So when you like look at the difference of those numbers, like there is more than enough to go around, like for sure. So yes, I took a 2-week break. Yes, I didn't really gain any subscribers in that time. I think maybe 5 people found me and subscribed to my channel in the 2 weeks that I wasn't creating. I wasn't putting out new content and engaging new people. But that doesn't mean that next week new people are going to find me, and that, you know, the content that I'm creating later won't inspire and talk to somebody. So that was kind of what I was noticing, is that my happiness was getting tied to a number. So let's check in with you guys. I want to see what you guys say about this. Yeah, I do love commenting on videos. I try to be very authentic, because tell me if you guys have noticed the comments lately that are like, hey, super for your channel. Or there's like one person who I notice that goes onto like everybody's channel that are like people I always follow, like Jeannie and like, you know, just our crew from our Facebook group. And anyways, he always kind of leaves the same comment, which I think is kind of funny. So I always try to like really, like, it's gotta really be authentic. But yeah, so here's my challenge. So we had this conversation. This is how I got here. So here is my big question for Monday Motivation, to get us fired up and to get us more in touch with that we're good enough. Like, already innately inside, we are already good enough. So here's my question. Hopefully you'll hit me up and answer in the comments, because I'm so excited to hear. So the question is, what makes you happy that you think you can put more value on? So what makes you happy that has value, has like really high value to you, just because it makes you happy? Yeah. Hey, Marguerite. Okay, can I also shout out Marguerite? You guys, get ready. Get those emojis ready. We need 2 rounds of applause. We need a round of applause for Plan Prep Pray. Plan Prep Pray, what are you at now for sub count? Because your channel is blowing up and I'm so crazy happy for you, girl. And Marguerite, we need a round of applause for Marguerite because her video that she did on Redbubble, on starting the Redbubble store, I bet she was over 6,000 views right now. Not that the number matters, but what matters is that you girls are putting forth really wonderful content that you're passionate about, and you know, the universe is responding to how awesome you are. So congratulations, girl. Yeah, look at all the top for you guys. Plan Pet raised at 2.1. Yeah. So there's the round of applause for you girls, because again, the value is not in the number, but I know that you guys really leaned into something that was making you happy. And, you know, I love how the universe showed up for that. And this is like all my focus going forward is this idea right here. So what is something that makes you happy that you feel like you need to put more value on? That's my question. Hit me up in the comments because I love it when this is a conversation with you guys. The thing for me that makes me happy that, you know, it's not even value. Like I really love meditating every day. I mean, obviously nobody pays me like $2,000 an hour to meditate, but that has super high value to me. I really love being physically active every day, whether it's like yoga, going for a walk, going for a run, doing weightlifting, like whatever. There's always at least like a half an hour of my day that I'm doing some sort of like, I need to move my body. Again, nobody's paying me $2,000 an hour. That is super duper valuable to me, right? So what are the things that you guys do that there's no number, there's no financial compensation, there's no, you know, our traditional, what we're taught value is, there's none of that, but it makes you happy. Let me know. I'm excited. Big claps for Marguerite. Yeah, I've been really, really excellent. Same, I got totally absorbed with my kids. I've taken them to my old stomping grounds. I have a video coming out tomorrow with pictures and stuff for you guys. Tristan, he's finding happiness in this game called Ozu a month ago, and he's really good at it. And I watched the video. I don't know what the game is. You'll have to explain it to me, but it looked really amazing. Marguerite says, the number tells me people appreciate my content. I know, but people appreciate content anyways. And you know what? Like, and that's the struggle is real with that. Like feeling like the number tells you that people appreciate your content. But I think we do have to remember that it's not in our control. Like if it was like every, you know, of the 20 billion users that were on YouTube, if every single one of them got to see our video and like make a, you know, educated decision of whether or not they wanted to follow it, like then that would work. So it's like only, you know, all of that 20 billion users is like dialed down to the people who are searching for your content. And so what's the percentage of that? Like we just had an election here in Canada where we had to choose our new conservative leader. And it was so interesting to me to think is in a country of millions and millions and millions of people, we only had 150,000 registered voters for who the conservative leader would be. And then 30% of those people picked the leader. So that's like, so 30,000 people in Canada are deciding, like, you know, it's so scaled down, which is why we cannot tie how good our content is to really the number. We have to always take into consideration the exposure. We have to always take into the consideration how many times our content was what's the word that I'm looking for? Why is it skipping out of my brain? How many impressions were given to our content? I think that's the only thing. So then start to do the ratio of that number. Well, that's a good video. I'm going to make a video on that topic. I'm going to dedicate that video to you. What channel do you want me to shout out for that video? Okay, so let's see. But exploring is my passion. Yeah. Okay, so Jeannie says yoga is the thing that makes her happy. So, like, that has value. So, where are you ranking that in value for your life? Tristan says gaming is his thing that makes him happy, that, doesn't bring traditional sense of value, right? So, gaming is the thing, and playing games, which I have this debate a lot as a mom of, teenagers, because parents are like, oh, my kid's gaming. One of my friends, her son does gaming streams. I'm like, there's so much that goes into being a creator and a gaming creator that maybe you don't understand. So, it is work that you guys are doing, and it has value. And thanks so much for the support from the beginning. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Plan, Prep, Pray loves planning. So that's her thing that makes her happy, that doesn't have a traditional sense of value. Tristan's talking about his game and its circles. It is really neat. I got to show it to Tiny. Marguerite says her husband and I often have video calls with orphans in our country. Holy smokes. That makes her truly happy. We can't visit the homes live like we used to. So she used to be able to go visit the people, but now she gets to hang out with the kids virtually. Yeah, so again, that's something that brings us so much happiness, even though it doesn't have traditional value. Like we're a little bit disconnected as a society on what value is. And so look for me to kind of explore this more, because I for sure am learning this and learning this out loud, because I definitely am the girl who, was selling the expensive handbags to people and pushing that sort of exterior image of money. And I had this whole sort of awakening moment. I still think having beautiful things is really wonderful and valuable, but it doesn't equal who you are. So I just am so interested in this. I'm so interested in how can we value more what makes us happy than the traditional things that, society tells us are valuable. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Okay, Abandoned Explorers, shout out Abandoned Explorers. You got it. I'll do that one. Let's see. My son's best friends are from online gaming, right? So that's super valuable. So that thing that makes him happy is also bringing him friendships, just like this thing that makes me happy, YouTube, even though, I haven't hit that marker of success yet, brings me so much happiness also because of the friendships that I have with you wonderful people on the side. I love that so much. Honestly, some generations are really disconnected from each other that way. Yeah, generations are really, really disconnected for sure from that way. And I see a lot of how gaming, like there's problem solving and you guys really have to figure it's really, really fast. So I see all that with gaming. So I let my kids do the gaming thing. I also make my kids exercise every day. So maybe I do both. But yeah, that was my message that I wanted to come up with for Motivation Monday, for Monday Motivation, for my first live stream back, was, the thing that makes you happy has value. The thing that makes you happy has value. So lean into that. And we just don't do it as much as maybe we could. And I know that we are all guilty of it. I know that we are all, in some ways guilty of thinking about the things that we should be doing or getting caught up in sort of the career or the house or like all of those things, when really it's what makes us happy that needs to be the most value. I do love working out. I do love exercise, and I do make that a pretty consistent thing in my life. I also love donuts and baked goods, which is why you'll never see me be a bikini model. But so I make that an important part of my day. So even if I'm, working in my office, there's lots of times where I'll work later into the night to make sure I get my work done, because doing my training in the morning just makes me happier. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see if we are all leaning into this idea of happiness is value versus like a number. It's funny how it's always tied to a number, like number that you know, how much money you make, how much you sort of weigh or don't weigh, and how for us as YouTuber subscribers, right? It's funny how it's always tied to a number. There's going to be some reason behind that, but I think it's really a magical space to be in if we start to think of what makes me happy and like putting some sort of number on that. Like how many hours a day did you get to spend doing something that made you happy? Like maybe that's the rewarding number. And then even the things that we have to do, like doing dishes is never going to make anybody happy. It might make some people happy. Doesn't make this girl happy. But then how can I turn that into something of happiness? So anyways, I think that's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be like to up level, like if we can just go there. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the comments. Abandoned Explorers, we love you. We message you when you didn't see videos. I know. Thank you. Thank you guys for the messages. Quite a few people sent me messages being like, okay, let's break over. When are you coming back? So I really appreciated that. And to go here and there filming makes me happy. I've been so busy with YouTube since I started. Oh, and your filming is so good. I don't know if you guys watched the last video, but it was music. So we get to pick the music. And I loved how you put those cards on the floor. That was so engaging. I was like, I'm so curious. So I'm excited to see what's coming up next. How are you guys doing? Let's talk about you guys and your channels. Like what's going on? Oh, excuse me. What do you have coming up this week? I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Tristan's smoke alarm went off at 3 a.m. That's crazy. Tristan's heading back to school soon. Gotta run. Hubby just drove in. Bye. Let's see. Hope to get better in the future. Managing time for other things. But for now, I feel like I have to go all in pursuit of a dream. I hear that, man. I am like, and probably that's why I really had to stop and connect with my kids a bit more because I'm too obsessed. Like I just want it so bad because I want to keep having conversations with people about valuing happiness. Okay, Marguerite says, for me, value is not tied to a number. I've learned to enjoy life and appreciate work, relationships, and serving. I'm focusing more on fun and working on me as opposed to vanity metrics. Absolutely. And the world needs more of that. And you know what? All of us here, like this crew, the group we have on our Facebook group, I have to say all of the creators that I like authentically connect with as creators on YouTube, it's exactly what Marguerite said. It's focused more on them having fun and working on themselves as opposed to vanity metrics. So that's sort of what I had. That was my experience. That was my experience of taking an totally unplanned break from YouTube, being worried about coming back to YouTube. And really it was just like, whoa, why am I valuing numbers on YouTube more than I'm valuing, being really happy and sucked into the moment with my kids? I'm like, why am I valuing the number of subscribers more than I'm valuing how happy I am as a creator? And I had to sort of, and maybe like just the universe or God or whatever word you want to insert here for you, needed me to take this break, to step away so that I could see that. And that's what this channel is about. It's about learning out loud because I have no problem being ashamed of myself. Like, and telling you guys, like sometimes I know that sometimes I do get obsessed with like, I need those numbers before I go to bed, or like, I need to hit 10 subscribers tomorrow. I need to like break this number really, really fast because I want to make a video about tagging, but how can I make a video about tagging if, I don't have a video that's like massively blown up? But at the same time, like Plan, Prep, Pray can really speak to us about this. And Marguerite, with that video she had that on Redbubble, sometimes it's the number of people who are looking for what you're looking for and what you're making. Like if those two things aren't lining up at the same time, then, it just doesn't have all that light shone on it. So those are my sort of inner struggles that I go with, and I tell you guys about them because ultimately being happy is really what matters. Let's see. Oh no, Tristan had a heart attack. Yes, post-traumatic stress disorder. I am so sorry that happened to you. Jeannie says, love the word and vanity metrics. Yeah, absolutely. Plan, prep, pray is still having a hard time finding balance. There's such a need right now. Moms are crazy overwhelmed and need help. And moms are crazy overwhelmed and need help. Yes, put that on a t-shirt. I was reading something that said, the biggest, the people who are taking on the most workload of sort of everything that's happening is moms, because like I still have I just got in trouble from my operations manager the other day. He's like, Liz, we're going to need your butt back in the office here soon. Because having the girls home, I've been having to, homeschool them, and now summertime. So yeah, there's a lot. So we are so grateful that you are out there teaching us how to homeschool our kids. Mine are going back to school, so we'll see how long that lasts. Let's see. Tristan's going. Yeah, and the coronavirus did kill a lot of jobs, but Tiffany's here. Hi, I missed you. It's so good to hear you, see you, talk to you. But yeah, and I think that's why this message of happiness having value versus vanity metrics and, sort of financial standing having value. I think that's why the time to have this conversation is now, because I know people who bought their dream home who have to sell it and move into their parents' basement because of what's going on, or people who finally, had worked their way up in their career and have their dream job that now that's gone. And so they're trying to figure things out. So when we put all of our value in vanity metrics or in numbers, we're forgetting to value happiness. So I want this to sort of start the conversation of valuing happiness. Marguerite says, we appreciate your vulnerability. I'm so happy to see you back. Yeah, I'm excited to show you guys some pictures. There's a video coming out tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap this up for you guys because we've been here for a while. I appreciate your time. Always, always, always. Please share this out to somebody, because I do think that if we can bring back valuing happiness, the world's going to be a bit of a better place. And that's something I kind of learned for myself a little bit this week. And I want to see more and more and more people being happy, and less people being stressed out about, as our good friend Marguerite gave us the wonderful word, vanity metrics. So I'm going to see you guys on Friday for live stream, and you should have a video going live tomorrow unless something crazy happens in my life. I have girls back on ice as ring up players. So I'm going to not jinx myself that somebody's going to get hurt playing ring up today. So I will see you guys on Friday. Happy birthday to Marguerite's husband. Let's send some birthday cake, some highs, some waves. I feel like Marguerite's husband should be here with us on a YouTube on a live stream one time, because we hear about him. So happy birthday to Marguerite's husband. What's his name? I don't know his name. 1 year anniversary for Tristan's Roblox tomorrow. So congratulations for Tristan. Tiffany has taken a bit of a, she, you know what? I'd say she's more aligned on her channel. So congratulations to Tiffany. I'm really excited to see where you're going with your channel. Really love seeing the passion. Congratulations to Marguerite. This Redbubble thing, it is working for you. Me and my daughter followed your tutorial by the letter, because we opened a Redbubble store. Well, we kind of are playing around at opening a Redbubble store, but you were our go-to for information. So congratulations to that. Congratulations to Plan, Prep, Pray on all the success she's having with her channel. I'm going to see you guys. Ooh, we're going to celebrate our handsome. Happy birthday, handsome. I'll talk to you guys on Friday. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an amazing week and value all the things that make you happy. Bye.